In the heart of the city, where dreams come alive, B-Up's on the mic with that fire in his eyes. From the court to the field, he's the voice of the struggle under stadium lights. He's seen the highs and the lows, the wins and the pain, every triumph and tear, every loss in the rain. But through it all, he stands tall, never backs down, with a heart full of love for this sports-loving town. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. Every story, every glory, every promise we keep. From the love of the game to the struggles we face, he's the voice of the people in the sacred space. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. There's a love in the air for the game and the grind, for the players who hustle, leaving it all behind. Through the sweat and the tears, the blood and the fight.
What's going on, family? You're watching Sports Talk with Pete Watts. I'm your host, Bernard Watts. Do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. Hit that notification bell to let you know whenever I go live or drop a video. Also, don't forget, tonight is my night. I hope I am 25 subscribers short for getting 10,000 subscribers. If you are tuning in, and if you don't mind helping the broadcast out by subscribing to the channel, I need 25 subscribers from the last time I seen it to hit 10,000. And I got my boys here tonight. That's my dog, J.R. Box, and the main attraction of them all, the superstar himself, Uncle Steve. All right? So y'all just sit back and relax and just give us 55 minutes of your time, whether we hit 10,000 or not. All right? But once again, just hit that like button. It don't cost you that. All right? Got the #1 chat room on YouTube. Wants to get a shout out to them also. Appreciate y'all tonight. We're getting ready to talk about Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns quarterback situation. Then we're going to pivot and talk about Coach Prime and the Colorado football team. Got a game coming up this Saturday against Wyoming. So at this time, let me bring my fellas up. My dog himself, the one and only superstar, the man on Tuesday night. He on Tuesday night. I saw JR, he popped up, but then he popped back up. What's going on?
What's going on, B. Watts? Another night, boy. We got our men in black tonight, so let's go and do what we do.
Yeah, we're gonna make it do what it do. Soon we get JR, whenever he gets situated, we'll bring him up, but we ain't gonna hold up the show just to wait on JR though. Now he'll get it together. He will get it together. But want to say hello to the chat. Everybody down there, we appreciate y'all. PC, what's going on? We appreciate you. We appreciate you. All right, I see JR now popped up. All right. Sports Talk, what's going on? Perimeter, Miss Carolyn Shepard, I Love CC is in the building. Appreciate y'all tonight. Miss Harris, what's going on? MSD, Tim Miley, Miss Crystal Wise Williams. Wayne Hood is in the building. Appreciate you. Appreciate you tonight. Appreciate you. I hear some feedback. Let me see. I got some feedback. You hear me, Steve?
I hear you, boss man.
Okay. JR Posse, what's going on, man?
It's breaking up, but I can hear you. It's breaking up.
All right, hold on. Man, all night, night. All right. How about now? Can you hear me? Let me see. Let me try that. If I turn the phone. Man, that. All right. All right, so let's get into the show. What's down with JR like we always do? That sound still ain't going. Hold on. See what I can do. I think that's JR. JR say you can hear now.
Well, I hear echo. You got a big echo, man. Well, you can ask the people in the chat and see what they hear. But I'm hearing a big echo.
All right. Let me see what I do.
While B Watts is getting his getting everything coordinated when it comes to your listening pleasure, I'm gonna put a disclaimer up tonight. Tonight's disclaimer is this here. If you don't want to hear what we got to say, please, when I get ready and say what I got to say, please mute your phone or go and fix yourself a club sandwich or whatever you want to do, and then come back after I finish speaking, because it's not for everybody. So a disclaimer, Unc might say some things that you might not agree with tonight. So with that being said, if you don't want to hear that, the disclaimer is just when I get ready to say something, just gladly go make yourself a club sandwich. Are you ready, B. Watson?
Sound like I'm ready. I'm ready now. You hear the echo? Okay. Appreciate it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's see who that. Got JR. Let me try JR one more time. All right, I brought him up. It's up to him. All right, let's get into it. JR, I brought you up. All right, here we go. Listen, when it comes down to Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns situation over the weekend, Uncle Steve, it's reported that the Baltimore Ravens, all of a sudden, according to Adam Schefter of ESPN, wanted to draft Shedeur, but they're saying that Shedeur said he didn't want to be drafted and play behind Lamar Jackson. If it's true, I couldn't blame him because you're going behind one of the best NFL player quarterback in the league right now. He at least got 5-7 more years to play in the league unless an injury come, and I don't want that on him. But still, hey, if he had a win, it still would have been a win-win situation because he become behind a quarterback that can show him the way for his leadership, and the organization is ran better than Cleveland. Talk to me, Big Dog. What's your think on that?
Well, I got two things to say on that one. The first thing is, he was, to me personally, he was looking at the long game.
Right.
But sometimes when you look at the long game, you just don't know what God had planned for you. Now, if he tells me that God told him, hey, he needed to go this direction, then that's something totally different. But if you look at it, what if it was meant to be for him to go to Baltimore? What if it was that Tom Brady, Drew Bledsoe situation? Bledsoe running to the sideline, Mo hit him, knock him out, knock him out the game. You never hear of Bledsoe again in New England. It's all Tom Brady. You just never know. So with that being said, I understand why he did what he did or why he said what he said, which makes sense. It's his career, and he needs to look at if it's feasible for him to go to a place that needs somebody right now. I would do the same thing. But I'll tell you this, B-Wise, all those people who was talking about he wasn't going to get drafted, please don't believe the hype. That wasn't Baltimore wasn't the only team that was getting ready to draft him. Philadelphia was going to draft him, and I can guarantee you, Jerry Jones along the way when he's down there, Jerry Jones for free. Jerry
Yeah.
Jones would have gonna draft him too. So if you're looking at it, let's look at it right now, B Watts. Let's look at all these teams that need quarterback. The big, I'm gonna call big dummies, San Francisco 49ers. They would have been set up perfectly. Brock Purdy, it's the same thing. Shedeur Sanders 10 times better than Brock Purdy. That would have been a perfect fit for San Francisco. They were dumb dummies, so they get what they came for. Let me name another one, the LA Rams. I still don't understand why the Rams still ain't calling. Let's go with another one. Cincinnati will be fine with their backup, but they would have been a better predicament with a Shedeur Sanders. And let's say last but not least, the no going anywhere Saints. So the no going anywhere Saints. They got some pretty colors, but other than that, they suck. So all I'm saying is this one here, he has a right to try to figure out what his destiny is. And I'll tell any young man or any young woman, if you got a belief and you believe in yourself, always bet on yourself. And if that's your vision, go out there and do it, because when you look at yourself at the end of the day, be watch, when you take your last breath, you want to say, always say, I think I did the right thing by making the decisions that I made, and I did it for this particular reason. So I agree with him. I would have did the same thing. I'd have did the same thing. But me personally, I would have loved to went to Baltimore. Me personally, I would have liked this one here. If I picked Baltimore, I'd have picked Baltimore as a free agent. That way, I could have just did a 2-year contract, got the great training under Baltimore. And if he got injured, I would still, go and be able to play, and then turn around and go to a team of my choice. You know what I'm saying? Go to a
That
team of
makes
my
sense.
choice. But that's just me.
That
So
makes sense.
great choice by Shedeur. He has every right. He should. And when you got that decision and you are able to make that decision, go ahead and make it. So I tell folks all the time, quit trying to tell people what to do. You made funky decisions. You made dumb decisions. And you picked some guys that your mama or your daddy told you ain't had no business with. And you picked some girls that your mom and daddy told you ain't got no business with. And what you did, you still did it. You still, I love him. I love her. I got brothers. I got five, and I done heard some strange things.
Mm.
Mama, I love her, and my mama just looking at him. Bless your heart, bless your heart. And I tell you what, it was tears. Hey, he had some tears in them eyes, because if he would have listened to my mama, he would have been crying in his room in the dark. But back to you, BY.
Yeah. But hey, you right about that. Everything you said is right about that, big dog. So we can't knock that what you said on that. Even Reb said facts, Steve. That's fact. Yep, we all don't make some bad decisions. Also, Steve, when you look at the performance of Joe Flacco on Sunday, I didn't see the game, but people sending me some clips from it, and the way he performed, and the way he looked, dude. I don't know if Joe Flacco gonna last, huh? He looked like he was 80 years old out there sinking in quicksand, trying to get away from them young cats out there, man. So, what you think about Joe Flacco performance, and how soon we will see these records? DG, I'm sure he'll be the first one up. What you think?
Oh, DG's going to be up for sure. They did that prevent defense for DG, gave him yards because the game was over. But I saw the game. I wasn't going to see it, but up here in Maryland, they showed the game. And I was like, the other game, I was going back and forth on the two games, Dallas and that one. But with that one being said, this is what I'll tell you. All he does is check down. When I tell you, something is going on up there, they can't get 2 yards. Well, the young guy there, Judkins, he ran for 3.3 yards per carry, but it was ugly. Be wise when I tell you their defense, if it's me, I'll just watch their defense. Their defense look good.
Oh yeah,
The Miles Garrett, when I tell y'all, they don't pay Miles Garrett enough money. Miles Garrett is a beast. He played spectacularly. But getting back to Joe is old, man.
yeah.
Joe about the same age as Joe Frazier. And down goes Frazier. When I tell you, B-Boys,
Yeah,
he's so
yeah,
slow.
yeah, yeah.
Baltimore rushed 4 people, dropped back 7 the entire game. And Joe had nowhere to go. they was telling Joe, hey, Joe, we going to make you check down each time. And he checked down. Joe did what he could do. And I will tell you this here. The receivers look like Colorado receivers. They dropped some balls. Oh, my goodness. They didn't
Oh,
help him.
man.
They didn't help Joe. They didn't help Joe. Joe hit some on some good passes. They dropped it. So it's one of those things where I'll tell you this one here. Joe done after the Green Bay Packers. After the Green Bay Packers, they might as well go. I'm
You ain't gonna
serious.
get him five?
No, he's not gonna make five. He's not gonna make five. He's the great. Hey, Parson licking his fingers right now. Parson, because he can't move.
I know, bro.
He's a statue.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna call him the Statue of Liberty because that's all he is. He stands up there, and when they cut down them check downs, he done. He done. They gonna hit Joe. Joe gonna get hit. Joe gonna need some of that Epsom salt. He gonna need some of that salt to put under his nose because they gonna pop him. So, with that being said, and this is where we're going, B Watts. They have nowhere to. He is nothing for their future. This is just like it's a waste of time. It's all they're doing. And all I say is this here, B Watts. What vision does Cleveland have? You're playing a quarterback that you're losing. This is what they're afraid of. They don't want to pay those rookies because if they play those rookies, they might not have a job. Might not have a job. And they might not have a job because that owner might come out and be like, and the general manager, this is the one. And if you found the one, the way Kevin Stefanski has treated Shedeur, you ain't got no future together. Right. That man ain't gonna trust you. That man gonna be like, you a losing, you a losing coach. You a terrible offensive coordinator when it comes to developing quarterbacks. And everybody else, I'm gonna tell you, all y'all Jim Jones drinking that Kool-Aid people because he's a quarterback whisperer. Well, Baker Mayfield sure looked like a top 10 quarterback to me. He ain't in Cleveland. Right.
I know that. Is he
in Cleveland?
I'm telling you, no, he in Tampa Bay.
But wasn't Stefanski? He under Stefanski?
Yeah, they didn't want him.
He didn't want him.
They didn't fit the locker room.
And now you have Shedeur Sanders, and he don't want him.
Crazy.
So you got boy, I tell you, God is so awesome. God is funny. God is a comedian because he will give you you'll say, God, I want this here, and he'll give it right to you. And you like, well, I don't want this one. I want it this way. No, I gave you what you asked for. They wanted a winning quarterback, and they got a winning quarterback in Cleveland. But that ain't good enough. We need a winning quarterback that ain't got no flavor. We need a winning quarterback that ain't got that flair. We need a winning quarterback that all he is a robot. It's just like this here. We need a robot. And Shedeur Sanders is not a robot. He's he is a showstopper, and he's a game changer. And when you have him, you got a winner. So I'll just put it this way. Flacco is done. When Michael Parsons gets through with him, when Green Bay get finished with him, homeboy, you're gonna see the Undertaker. Rest in peace.
You're right, man. Hey, I said that last night, man. Joe was trying to get away from that when he threw that interception, man. He was trying to run that dude down. Man, he looked down and said, man, I'm still at the 50-yard line. I got 50 more going. Joe said, fuck this, I'm just gonna fall down. He just fell down. Joe went over there and got that opposite thing. He said, I said, man, what in the world is they doing to Joe Flacco? And they gonna say, the Kevin Stefanski came up to the press conference and said, hey, no, we ain't changing quarterback. Joe going back out there. I say, going back out there. He played Michael Parsons and Green Bay, and those young boys got the best defensive line in NFL, and they gonna send him back out there. Oh man, his career gonna be over. It's gonna be over. I can't 5 games, but he gonna have to survive Sunday to make that. Want to thank I Love CC for the gift, five gift for Sports Talk with B Watts. Appreciate you tonight. If you are tuning in and if you haven't subscribed, please do. Please do. Please do. Got Uncle Steve tonight. JR had problem with his audio, but he's down in the chat. We want to appreciate him tonight.
Hey,
All
but
right.
check this out, B Watch. Even if he made it past this one, the way Minnesota blitz, B Watch, that Flores will blitz his mom. That dude don't care, man. Flores blitz his mom. Minnesota was hitting that doggone quarterback. I was like, goodness gracious. They was hitting Minnesota quarterback, but boy, would Shedeur Sanders look good in Minnesota. Now look at that there. That quarterback they picked can't throw the ball 10 yards. But
Yeah. Yeah.
the difference is, and he's done now. He's injured. So, but the
Oh yeah.
difference is, yeah, he's injured. But the difference is this one here, that coach and that organization believed in him. So when you got people that believe in you, they're going to give you every opportunity to fail or to succeed, and that's what Shedeur needs. But Shedeur don't need somebody to believe. He needs to believe in himself and go out and you secure your own destiny. God has your destiny already planned. It's you to go out and do the hard work, believe in yourself, and put it into action. Everything is about putting it into action. It ain't about, oh man, I'm waiting on God. God did everything he's gonna do.
Right.
God rested because he
Yeah.
done. He done.
Yeah.
He did all his work. He's telling you got to put it into action. Once I figured that out, things start coming to me, and things are gonna come to Shedeur Sanders. Back to you, BY.
You're right. You're right. That's right. God already done worked it out for Shedeur. Only thing he just need that opportunity. Once he get that opportunity, just go out there and make the best of it. One thing, Danny Littlejohn for the 199. Great show, brothers. Y'all looking sharp. Appreciate it, fella. Appreciate it, my man. Appreciate it. Appreciate the chat. Reverend Nelson, what's going on? What's going on? Yeah. Medical tent. Yeah. Hey, he going in that medical tent, big dog. He going in there. He might not want to go, but he going. He kind of know too. He can rest in peace. Yeah. All right, big dog. Let's move on from Shedeur. We don't talk about Shedeur. We got to get into this. We got about 55 more minutes. Let's talk about the Colorado football team. I never got a chance to talk to you about the past performance when they was out there in Houston. So talk to the people and talk to the chat. Let us know what your thoughts of Colorado football team performance on past Saturday against the Houston Cougars.
Okay, like I said, the disclaimer. Please step away right now. Step away from the phone. Uh, it's several Colorado Buffaloes football players that showed up, and I commend them. They did an outstanding job. For the Colorado Buffaloes that football players that were at the uh, stripper bar, wherever they were at, wherever they went, or the ones who stayed back and was thinking about their bunnies in Colorado, that was terrible. When you stay up and you supporting this team the way we support this team and we believe in this team, I can't accept the effort. The effort wasn't there, B Watts. You know, you can tell me somebody can go out there and they can outplay you. I'm fine with that. I have no problem with being outplayed. But being outcoached and outplayed,
Right.
I'm sorry. I just have to tell you the truth. It got to a point I said, man, they going to Tubi. What they call TUBI? That's the next TV. He gonna be on there with Coach Prime. That's where they gonna start. If you continue with this, that's where you going. And when you
He
start
said
going to
too bad.
that, you in trouble. You ain't got to worry about nothing because what people like to see, this is what you have, B Watch. One thing we knew about Travis and Shedeur and Silman Craig was this: whether they got beat or they won the game, they always showed up. You knew what you
Right.
was going to get. And what I can't appreciate from these Colorado Buffaloes, that's why I tell you, Coach Prime, he feed them steak. He flying them in the best airplanes. He's doing all these wonderful things. But you're doing it for people who ain't providing you the performance to go with the pay. Your performance and pay should match. Like I said, and I mean this from my heart, they would have been eating a cold bologna sandwich with cheese and and then I'd have had them with one of those Fanta drinks back in the old Shasta. We used to call them Shasta drinks. We paid 10 cents for back in the day, and they'd have had a Shasta drink. You could got grape or whatever color you want to, and a bologna sandwich. And I would have gave them a bag of potato chips, and it wouldn't have been Lay's. It would have been the cheapest potato chips. I would have did a big bag and just got my hand and just threw some at them. When you put a performance like that, I'm not coming up here and I'm not going to be up there saying, hey, telling you, oh man, blah, blah, blah. No, if you don't care, you telling me I don't care. So some I can say this one here, B Watch. You had some young men out there
Yeah.
that I would Jay, I know what I'm talking about. That Shasta. What I'm telling you is this one there. They were 10 cent too, boy, back in the day. And a honey bun, that I wouldn't have gave him a honey bun. That's a treat. You can get the Shasta, but you're not getting a honey bun. But with that being said, B Watch, you had some that I can say Texas is their hometown, and you
Yeah.
go there and you play like that, man, it
Yeah.
reminded me of UCF, but it was the opposite. It was
Yep.
the opposite of UCF. UCF laid down and they tap. And what I'll tell you is some Colorado Buffaloes that tap, and they need to be ashamed of themselves. But the beautiful thing about life is this one here. You got another, you got what, 9 more games to redeem yourself. And what I'll tell them is this one here, BY. Let me make this disclaimer. You got what, you got 38 seniors on that team or something?
Yeah.
Okay, whatever the case, whatever number of seniors. Those seniors, this is your last dance.
Yeah.
Regardless of what anyone says, this is your, hear me, seniors. This is your last dance. It's just like high school. You don't get to come, once you graduate high school, you're done. You don't get to go back. This is your last dance. And as your last dance, people are going to talk about this season. What do you want people to talk about? Do you want everybody to say you were a failure, or you guys stood in the paint and you guys made the best of your situation? You can't blame Coach Prime. You can't blame the coaches. You're on the field. Regardless of what they're calling, you can make plays and make them look good. But it should be all about y'all. If I'm the seniors, this what I would have did, B was after that game. Me as a senior, I would have got with all the other seniors, and I said, we need to meet. After we meet, we're going VR direct to Coach Prime's office, all of us. We're going in there, and we're going to talk man to man. We're going to tell him that we are not going to lose this season on foolishness, and we want the best players out there, and we're going to take accountability for this team's success and failure. And I'd have told Coach Prime them good days of putting the Charlie Offer dolls and all that's over with. That's over with.
Yeah.
We want to win, and we
Right.
want the best players out there. And we're gonna do our part. We need you to do your part, and we can go out there and be successful. That's what the seniors should do, because it's their, this is their life. This is their life. They're not going to get this back. Coach Prime will have another year. These seniors ain't going to have that. So if it's me, I'm going to talk to him man to man. I'm going to say, hey, I cannot fail. I cannot fail, coach. We have to be successful. And the only way we're going to be successful, we need to be in this together. And it's cool to have these feel good stuff. And I appreciate it. I know these people practice hard. Remember, I told you on this show, I said these people, I said, y'all need to look at well off. I say, I love me some Ryan Staub. I love what he stands for. But Ryan Staub is Ryan Staub. He's a good backup. He's a good teammate. He is not somebody that's going to lead you to a Big 12 championship. Ray Charles can see that. Every time you see him every day. And all I would tell people is this one here. Salter is QB1 no matter what people say. Get that man into his wheelhouse and let that man cook, because he has done nothing wrong for Colorado to put him on the bench, and it was wrong. It was wrong, and it was wrong. And people were selling that Jim Jones juice, and folks drank it. Oh, Ryan stuff. I told you from the beginning, man. I say I'll support it, but I know what he's gonna do. You see it in well off. He throws interceptions every practice. He's gonna make some good plays, but in football, K Salt has not turned the ball over not one time. You win when you don't turn the ball over. You win when you get some first down. The only thing I can say about K-Salt is this one here. K-Salt should have quit listening to them damn receivers and trying to make them happy and say to receivers, y'all sold me under the bus. Because y'all, I know what y'all did. Y'all ran to Coach Prime. We ain't getting the ball. And then I say, well, they ain't blocking. The one thing they should have in is that boy from Florida State, because he blocked. The one they should have in there, Farrakhan and even the little Q6, they want to play. And all I'm saying is this, and I'll leave it alone. B Watch. Colorado needs to look in the mirror, just like you said last night, and quit with the excuses. Because I'm telling you right now, I don't want to hear them. And another thing, please, Coach Prime. This is my only thing I'm gonna say. Well, ain't the only thing. Coach Prime, please don't tell me again you want to run the ball. Because when you want to do something, you do it. And what I'm telling you right now, you don't want to run the football because I can name. I'm gonna give you an example. Be wise. Look up Benson that left Colorado. I'm doing. You got to do it now. But look, I look Benson up at Indiana. Benson over there, Indiana balling.
Oh yeah.
Benson over there balling. They they putting up 50 points and everything else. They running the football and they passing the football. How is it now he can play, but when he was over here he couldn't play? How is it? How is it, Colton Hood? You people
Yeah.
want to sit him on the bench and put him in part time. Now he over there in the SEC raising hell with
Yep.
Tennessee. All I'm
Yep.
telling you is this one here. Sometimes I understand what Coach Prime wants to do with the discipline and having people go a certain way, but I would tell Coach Prime, you played with the biggest criminals in the world. You played with the Dallas Cowboys. Let me remind y'all about the Dallas Cowboys. The same Dallas Cowboys, the same Dallas Cowboys. I ain't talking about the drugs now. I'm talking about the same Dallas Cowboys that guys got together and bought themselves a house so they could bring these side chicks to their house so they can have extracurricular activity. So, Coach Prime, you might have not been doing it, but your boys was doing it. And you know they were doing it. And I can guarantee they asked you to go there. I ain't say you went there. I'm not making that out because they said you wouldn't do stuff like that. But my point being, y'all won championships. You need some roughnecks on your team to win. Let's quit with all the choir boys. If you want choir boys, take them to church on Sunday. That's a beautiful thing, and I commend that. But we need some roughnecks. We need some people that might not speak English real good, and we also need some people with some 2.0 grade averages because those the ones who just want to hit somebody in the mouth and play football. Coach Prime, you need them. Everybody can't be a 3.5. Everybody can't be a 3.0. You need people who they going to school, but they just want to play football. Let them go to school, make their 2.5 or whatever they need to do, and go from there. I'm just throwing this to you, man. Let's stop the foolishness. Let's stop the Rudy stuff. I'm tired of it. I like, let me say again, I like Staub and I like Ben. Ben is special teams. Let's say again, Ben is special team. And he can get on there because Ben must listen to us. Oh, they saying this about me. They saying, Ben, we love you. But Ben, you a DEI hire. And I can't have it. It's not acceptable. If anywhere else, you would not be starting in that thing. It should be Bayard and Stoudemire or whatever you want to do. The truth is the truth. If you don't like it, tough. But it's awfully funny when they're watching the film. Ben run 1,000 miles per hour. He hustles, but a lot of those plays, and he tackles well, but he just don't have it when it pertains to the talent the other players have. And that's all I'm saying. Back to you, B. Watch.
Oh, no, go ahead, big dog. I had my night yesterday night, boy. I had my night last night, big dog. I didn't hold back nothing. No, he
Hey,
wouldn't pull that stunt. He wouldn't pull that stunt and should do it in Shiloh down. That's the only thing I'm saying. I remember last year, I remember you and JR told me Coach Prime play favoritism, B. Watts. And I said, no, big dog, no. See, I'm gonna explain it like this. You told me that Shiloh got injured and Stoudemire substituted, and the team won every game when Shiloh was out. I said, okay. He said, when he put Shiloh back in that Kansas State game, he came back too early, B-Watch. You and JR told me. I fought at y'all. I said, no, man. Coach Prime playing favoritism, B-Watch. I said, okay. I couldn't understand it then because he was your favorite player. But all this year, the Rooster came home to roast. And he did my player like that I like. Case off. I said, boy, I got to go back and apologize to Uncle Steve and JR. But you never know until it happened to you. And I'm not saying Coach Prime's a bad guy, and he ain't. He's not. I'm not saying he's a bad coach, but he's not. At times, he played favoritism. And when he did that to Case Austin, man, that took 5% out of me about Coach Prime. I'm being straight with you. It took 5% out of me. I watched Case Austin. Coach Prime, he should have ran. He should have ran, Steve, for that first down. Coach Prime just went off on him over there on the sideline. Over there on the sideline. It's a picture out there with a still picture. He got his hand on his helmet talking to Case Austin, right? But here you go right here. The next game, out there in Houston on Saturday, Stubbs out there throwing the ball in the ground, out there throwing the ball over people's head, and well-off media video the sideline doing a timeout with Coach Prime and the quarterback. Only thing Coach Prime said, tell me what you see. Why you couldn't do Case Austin like that? Tell me what you see. Tell me what you see. I'm here for you. I'm here for you. I said, kind of shit this is. You gonna do the black guy like this, and you turn around this white guy like this. I gotta keep it a buck, bro. We following you because we didn't think you would do our own kind like that. You know? And people keep saying that Big White Case Austin got an attitude. I would have had an attitude. I was sick and almost won you the Georgia Tech game. I came back the next game and took you down on the first two series and scored 10 points. It was Juju who went out there and didn't score nothing. And you gonna take me out? You didn't tell me how you gonna do it, and you took me out. You all week long, you let my name got dragged. And then I went out there and did what you asked me to do. And then all of a sudden you want to put me back in the game after the Stardom had went in. I wouldn't have liked that either. You went to Big 12 Media Day and you said it was a quarterback competition with Juju and Case Austin. Up to the first game, Coach Prime said, y'all know who the starting quarterback is, Case Austin. Case Austin, he said that. Didn't nobody make him say it. He came out there and said, well, guess what? After 2 games, QB3 is your starting quarterback. When you don't sold them that we gonna try to win the Big 12. That ain't right, bro. He owed Case Austin a apology. I'm sure he probably won't do it. That's the type of, and like I said, when I started hearing people saying Case Austin got an attitude and character problem, I had to remind them yesterday. Coach Prime played for the Atlanta Braves in 1999 when they won the world championship. He took a 5-gallon bucket of water and threw it on the announcer while he was doing an interview live on TV. If anybody know anybody about character or attitude, it should be Coach Prime, though, because he done did that when he was young. He done did it, Uncle Steve. He done did it, chat. And that's the problem I got right there. I ain't got no problem with Coach Prime coaching. I ain't got no problem with everything he's doing, but I just didn't like that move because he did it to my guy. I shouldn't like it when he do it to no other guy because he wouldn't want nobody to treat his kids like that. And you see how they doing Shedeur. I'm just trying to tell you, sometimes you got to do the Michael Jackson. Look, the man got to look in the mirror. You got to look in the mirror. You got to look in the mirror and take accountability of your own action. He messed this up. If anybody in that clubhouse is upset and worried why they ain't winning, Coach Prime did. And he got to own up to it. And people can't enable him all the time. He ain't God. He make mistakes. Hell, I don't make mistakes. Hell, I made a mistake when I came on a while ago. Oh, people watch the sound back. Your sound ain't right. 2 weeks ago, I love CCB watch that long. Oh, good. Dress your internet. I ain't get mad. Did I get mad? Hey, Miss Kimberly Nash Williams. Somebody said, BY, you need to get your mic. JA, get your mic. Get your mic. You've been doing this a year. Get your mic. How am I sound now? Huh? I didn't get mad. I had to do what I had to do. I got to upgrade. When you're wrong, you're just wrong. You got to do right. That's the only thing I'm saying, Uncle Steve. But when it come down to Colorado offense, his offensive coordinator got to get it right. He got to get it right, Steve.
Hey, check it out, B Watts. Now the Kool-Aid people want you to drink is this. They just got to execute. Last time I checked, every team that plays has to execute. I can look at every game. We could go to Houston side of the ball. We can show plays Houston had and say, oh, they could have made this play. They could have done that. We go off actions. We go off results. And what happens is this. This is going on 3 years. This ain't no doggone 2 games. He was, it was horrible last year too.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for Shedeur saving the day, it was horrible last year too. We had a whole lot of 3 and outs. And if it wasn't
Yep.
for the defense, last year, they'd had a whole lot more losses. A whole lot more. So all I'm saying is this one here. He say dominance. And then this is what I'll tell people. Yes, I do look at the 22, and you can look at some plays and say, hey, the execution on this one here, the play is okay. What I would submit to Coach Prime is this. Coach Prime, the bubble screen should never be thrown again. That's number one, but he still does.
Yeah.
This is my problem with Schumer. Those running backs will get to going, and he will go flat away from the running game every game. And that makes no sense to me. If you stick, you saw how it's amazing how everybody else stick with the running game and kick y'all straight through y'all teeth and they win. But you go away from the running game thinking you got Shedeur Sanders. Man, it all goes on. Every team, you got a running team. You got the altitude in your favor. You got the big lineman in your favor, and you got a quarterback that does the RPO. And you want to throw the ball like we gunslingers.
Yeah.
It don't make sense. It does not make sense. And this is all falls on Coach Prime because they are a reflection of his leadership. And his leadership showed me last week that the players were like Rosa Parks. They put their feet up and say, we ain't playing this damn game. And they did.
They sure
That's what
didn't
they
play,
did.
bro.
They didn't play. They did a Rosa, but they did a strike. And when they strike, they showed you that, hey, it was unacceptable. And that should give you a message because they did. They showed you. We're gonna come out here and we're gonna stink it up. This team is gonna run for 400 yards on us. And we just gonna sit there and look. Man, it's so embarrassing that when you go on there and you see every quarterback that plays Colorado is a Heisman Trophy winner because of the
Man,
fact,
what you talking about, man?
and this quarterback don't run. And these are quarterbacks that don't run. So all I'm saying is this one here. I'm not going and keep on blaming those young men because they are a reflection of their leaders. And Coach Prime, he knows, remember the Titans. He knows what the guy told him. He told him about, hey, his play. He looked at him and said, hey, I'm a reflection of your leadership. So if you got a problem with me, look at yourself because it's all about you. And if you want this thing to change, and I'm going to tell you, let me go a couple things Coach Prime can do. And he can do it, he don't do it. But I tell Coach Prime this here, they calling for him. And if he continues on the trend he's going, he's going to do what Foster, he's going to see what Foster saw, and he's going to see what the other guy saw because they will show you to that door because what you can't be is stubborn. You can't be, I'm going to show you regardless. That makes no sense. Any great company, when you're having issues, even if it's not his fault, Schumer's fault, you got to make a change, man. You got to do something. You can't keep doing the same thing because as a player, I'm looking at you like, Well, if that's the case, I got a thing for you, B-Wall. If that's the case, why did he switch K Salt if everything was cool with Sherman? Why did he switch K Salt?
Mm-hmm.
You can switch players, but we can't switch coordinators that ain't getting the job done. You paying top dollar to? They still gonna get their money. You're not hurting them. They still gonna get their money.
All
Now,
on the players too.
yeah, the players gonna get their money too. Well, not necessarily, because you know how they do with them players, because they give you installments. They can go and say you need to go.
Oh yeah,
They
yeah,
give you them installments, so
yeah.
you ain't getting all your money. But with all that being said, I'll tell Coach Prime this one here. Coach Prime needs to stick with get that young man that ball, get off of his back, quit every little nick. He's not Shedeur. He doesn't lead like Shedeur. And that's fine. I don't get it. Everybody can't be like what you think they're going to be. It's fine. It's fine. It's not a problem. What I ask you is this one here. Give that young man everything he needs to be successful. And I'm telling you right now, you're not putting him in an offense that's successful. He needs to be in an offense just like you did for Shedeur, just like you did for Shedeur, just like you did for Shedeur, that made him comfortable. And that's fair. If you're gonna put him out there, put him in something that's gonna be good. And please don't go in there and get so emotional, because you didn't get emotional when it came to the man who was sitting on that NAD. That man sitting on that NAD, you ain't say nothing to him. So don't say something to the one that's walking. You know what I'm saying? I know you want the best for Salter. You had a relationship with the family and everything like that. But all I'm saying is this, man. Coach Prime, you got to look at yourself sometime. You be doing a little too much pertaining to some things. And I'm just saying a little too much is players, certain players like Bayard, and it was even Hill Green. Them players not starting, you putting in them feel-good stories and stuff. We need to stop that, man. It's about winning. I want some thugs out there. I want some people that, they mugged somebody 2 nights ago, and then you still got them in the game next week. That's fine with me. That's fine. They have them their day in court. I want them to have their day in court, but get them on that football field and let's whoop somebody's head. Everybody ain't
Yeah.
got to be cut dry suit and everything else and briefcase. Man, come on. Have some paid people down there that drawers hanging down. Okay, I don't want that now. I don't want that. But still, they can still have the head and that. I want a nappy head and all that. That's what I want to pick in there or something. Do something. Let me see one of them. Knock somebody's head loose. Back to you, B1.
Hey, I'm with you, Big Dog. Big Dog said, I need somebody with an afro with a pick in the back of the head when they get off the bus. That yo-yo. Give me yo-yo. Give me yo-yo in there, man. Somebody big and nasty. When Kane put his shirt down, all his neighbors showing. It just look nasty.
Look like they
Hey,
come out
sitting
the
at
bus. You look
that,
like he smell like lunch meat or something.
yeah.
Big funky rascal. I want somebody flies be coming around him. I want somebody you like, man, I don't want to come around that dude. That dude, they ain't got them all. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, gotta put old big Tahifa Thomas out there. His sweating ass all the time. Yeah, lean up against somebody, sweat on them. They was like, man, this dude nasty, man. This dude on me, man. Man, you want to go make that tiger gone, bro? Yeah, put him out there, man. Well, anyway, Steve, when you look at the defensive side of the ball, and I'm shocked. What's going on with the defense? Maybe I'm missing something. Uh, that maybe it's just me when it comes to the defensive side, or is it personnel, or they're doing 2 minute rotation, they're trying to play the whole team, just like the wide receiver coach here. He's trying to make sure all 15 wide receivers get out there, which the 49ers didn't do, the Dallas Cowboys didn't do. When you look at the defensive side, Robert Livingston, it's his second year. He did make changes last year, but it looked like he ain't making no changes this year. He done gave up 400 yards in each game. Tell me what I'm missing.
Okay, this is what I think you need to mean. I think Hilo needs to go back in the booth. That's the first thing I do. I'll put him in the booth. He needs to be in the booth because they speak well together. The next thing I need to do is this one here. Let Robert Livingston pick who's going out there. That I would be hard pressed to see him saying, with his job on the line, putting Ben Finnisett in there, and also those linebackers. I love me some JB. I'm from Mississippi, blah blah blah. But JB special teams, and he would only go on there on certain plays when it comes to linebackers because brother, that sacky JB could have made some plays that could have been game changing. And when you
He
just don't
just
make
missed
them,
him, man.
and bro, you got to sit down. I need now. This is the one I need. That boy, South Alabama. I need by whatever Myers or whatever. He needs to be in that linebacker. And if you wanted to, me personally, I would go and think about putting three linebackers out there. But the
That's what
only
I'm saying. Go
I-
4-3.
because everybody running on you. Everybody is running on you, and if they're doing it, but I will say this here, B Watts. I'm not gonna go and say. I'm just gonna say what I see.
Right.
3rd down and 8. I've never seen this in my life. The linebackers, either they're going straight to the line and missing every hole it is, or they're dropping back. If it's a 3rd and 8, it makes me so mad. It's a 3rd and 14 or a 3rd and 18. The linebackers run past the game for a first down. They'll go past that, they'll start dropping back past that. I'm like, what sense does that make? You're giving them a first down, dum dums, because now when you got to run up 15 yards, you can't, they wiggle and they on the ground, can't make a tackle. Why aren't you 5 yards, stay that 5 yards, and then make the tackle? That's the first thing I see. The next thing I see is this one here. It's a disconnect right now with on how Coach Prime is communicating with these kids as far as what he's doing. You can see their body language and stuff like that. Because let me say this one here. I love uh Swain, and I think he's gonna be the future when it comes to defensive whatchamacallit. But ain't nowhere in the world he should be starting when you got McNeil and you got Otis, you got TC, and you got that 95. Ain't no, you got too many seniors in that room for him to, and not only they're just seniors, they're men. Those guys are men. And they can take a double team and they got more experience to get in there and do that. So Otis, McNeil, TC, and that other boy, 95, should be starting. You should have Barnes and McNeil starting. That's something that should be happening because I don't know what it is. He gets so mad at whoever's getting so mad at McNeil, it gets to a point where McNeil, you don't see him, and then you finally see him in a game, and he turns out and you like, damn, McNeil got 2 sacks, and he just shows out. And you're like, why isn't this kid? It's his last year. Come on, folks. Come on, folks. We got to stop it. We got to stop it. So that's the next thing. I would do that. Something else I would do pertaining that. Ben Finner said, I love it. Ben is a fantastic guy. But if they don't want no DEI hires on other jobs, he's not getting a YTI job. So he's getting sitting down too. He gonna come over there and he can be beside Coach Prime, and Coach Prime can talk to him, grab his helmet and everything else. But you're gonna be sitting beside him. He should not be starting. Put your boy out there, Bayard and Stoudemire, and let them boys jail. Let them boys jail. Quit with the substitution. And the next thing I would tell you is this one here: cut with this man to man. Go to your zone. Go to your zone. Keep everything in front of you. Let's tackle. Let's force teams. Let's put pressure on the quarterback. Let's stop the run and force teams to make plays. If you do that, and when it comes to 3rd and long, let's get off the field.
Oh
If you
yeah.
do that, it turns everything around. It turns
Mm-hmm.
everything around. And those are the things I'll do. And I would just tell Coach Prime, we got you. Let us go over here and cook, but we don't need you with your great ideas on putting these special players in, because the players he has an affinity to, they're not making plays. They're not making plays. They might make one play, but they gave up 4 big ones. And what you can't do continuity wise and pride wise is keep doing the same thing, because I'm looking at the defense and I'm like, it's really not a deep, it's a scheme issue and it's a want to issue. I think what they have done, Coach Prime, I ain't gonna just, I'm gonna say Coach Prime. Coach Prime has rubbed them seniors the wrong way by starting some people who shouldn't be starting. And you can see it. Man, them boys ain't even out there. Boy, them boys driving them jokers so far back, that's a crying shame. And when they get in the game, they're like, okay, you'll see certain ones going there. They'll make a couple plays to just show you, motherfucker, I should be in here anyway. I should be starting. Because you'll see McNeil coming in, he'll pop somebody, he'll do the little grave digger stuff and all that stuff. And you're like, damn, but that was nice. And then they'll sit down. I don't care about personal issues. We can stop that. Shiloh had issues. So we all have issues. Everybody have issues. Unless you're doing somewhere it's criminal. And when we say personal issues, that a lot of that goes with Coach Prime preferences. He say they got to eat food. They got to eat. They got to come to this here and they got to do it. That's fine. They should be able to do that. But you can punish them other ways. You don't have to sit them down and put somebody in there that can't perform like they can perform. Because if that was the case, when he played professional, it's a lot of his teammates that wouldn't even been on the field because they were in court. They were in court. You know, them and them joke. I'm talking about federal charges. I ain't talking about no state. They were on federal charges. So all I'm saying is this one here. We can't go and we can discipline people. We can go and say, hey, we prefer this here. But young men are young men. They're gonna do some silly things. And all I'm saying for Coach Prime, if you're telling me about grace and mercy, you got to have some grace and mercy. When they do the things that they do, you ain't got to just say, you should never go, I'm turning a blind eye to it. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying I'm not going to go and tell you, Coach Prime put you in that doghouse, man. And I'll give you an example. He put you in that doghouse. If you go, see, that puts a lot of preferences on the people. Because if the people go and say, man, I ain't putting up with that BS you doing, that you'd have lost that man for the whole season. You see what I'm saying? What if Bayard would have went and said,
I'm letting you cook, big dog.
what if Bayard would have came and said, Coach Prime talking about some, well, he wasn't doing this and he wasn't doing this and I needed to do this here. Well, what if Bayard said, screw you, man, I ain't doing nothing. I'm just going to sit here. You'd have been sitting there with Ben Finnecet and Ben Finnecet be getting lit up like a Christmas tree. I'd be like, man, it must be the holidays because he's sure getting lit up over there. And you got a player that could be a game changer. And what you also have is this. People like, well, that's a personal issue. Those guys talk to each other. And those guys know what people before them did. You could go and say, I can guarantee you, you can go there, Travis is an outstanding kid, but I can guarantee you, I bet you did something. He ain't no saint. He ain't Saint Travis. You know, he ain't Saint Shedeur. He ain't Saint Shiloh. And Sim and Craig, they did some stuff. You had grace and mercy. All I'm saying is these other kids need to have grace and mercy because those kids ain't gonna buy everything Coach Prime gonna say, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I work with people every day, and they'll be like, they ain't buying nothing I got to say. I could care less, but they're doing their job.
Hey,
that's what I look
like
for.
my
So
chat.
something
They don't be paying me no damn attention. They have their own show, and they talking about what I be talking about. Them, they ain't paying me no attention. They have their own show in that chat.
But they perform on that field. On that field.
Yep.
And that's what I want. And that's what I want. So all I'm saying, B-Watch, is, and the people need to hear me. And it's not like saying, hey, Coach Prime is doing something wrong. But what I will tell you, Coach Prime's, he better watch out for pride. And I tell you, not only pride, sticking with this is the way it's gonna be, and that's it. Sometimes you got to say, I got to have grace and mercy because God has had grace and mercy with you. Because let's look at it. He could have been gone several times. When he tried to commit suicide as a young when he was playing, going through what he was at that time, he'll tell you about that, and it's like the Lord saved him and put him under him. You know, when he went there with these surgeons, he didn't know that, you know, he had the stuff going on in Jackson State. He could have been gone there. The Lord covered him there. He could have been gone with the cat. The Lord covered him there. So all I'm saying is this one here. He can do his thing and he can go out there and still have his standards. But the people in that building should be able to go to coach and say, Coach, I get it. I know you're doing this. But at the end of the day, we can still develop these young men, let them make their mistakes, but still keep them on this field. Because my thing is, you're not just hurting that kid, you're hurting the team, because what happens is this. Those kids get to talking, and I'm telling you, those kids protested for that game. And the protest was, you gonna hear us. You gonna hear us. And I guarantee you he got the message. With that performance, he got the message. And the message is this, coach, we love you, but we want to win, and just like you want to win. But come on, man. It don't have to be, it don't have to, you don't have to be Sergeant Waters. If people who know Sergeant Waters, if Sergeant Waters was a hard ass. If you, and that's my favorite show. So if y'all don't know, watch Google Soldier Story, and you're gonna
Yeah,
see a boy on there. His name was old Sergeant Waters. And Sergeant Waters, boy, he played in Color Purple too. He was the daddy of old
yeah,
boy. So all
yeah.
I'm saying is you can be a good man doing great things, but you don't have to, everything don't have to be, I'm gonna show you blah blah blah. Let them young men grow. Let them be the young men that they're gonna be and future fathers and leaders. But also still think of your team. Your team needs to know we're gonna treat you with decency and respect, but we also gonna make sure that you do it the right way. So that's all I'm saying, B Watts. Back to you, sir.
Hey, you want to thank Uncle Steve for his take tonight? My dog been on it, but y'all don't got the truth 2 nights in a row now. What if y'all know tonight? You don't got the truth now. You can't say you're not well 3 nights because JR, he gave his take after the game and he lit in. And hey, it is what it is. Sometimes you need that, man. Everybody need that every now and then. Everybody ain't perfect, man. Jay, everybody ain't perfect. But maybe it's a wake-up call, both sides. Hey, let's come together and let's go on and do this thing. Let's do it right. A lot of people came, like you said, that man, they got a lot of singers, man. This it. This it. Yeah, you're gonna be down there at that shit. Man, that Georgia power plant, you'll get it together, but right down the street from 'em. So it is what it is. They just got to come together, man, and start one game at a time. One
B
game at a
Watts,
time.
they got everything in front of them. Their future is bright, but all I'm telling them young men is this from here. They're not just hurting Coach Prime, they're hurting themselves. It's nowhere in the world I'm gonna fail my senior year. You got too many seniors on that team for them to be showing the effort that they're showing. They should be tearing people's heads loose, and they're
Yeah.
not. And a lot of it, because my thing, when was the last time we called 95's name? I don't even remember one game calling TC. Is TC even playing on the defensive tackle that was injured last year, got injured last year and came back? I
The defensive
95,
tackle,
huh?
TC,
Yeah, TC. Yeah,
yeah, TC.
yeah. I don't. You got some big dude, and he make plays. So all I'm saying, why aren't these guys starting? And then bring Brandon Davis. With Brandon Davis Swain, I would put him as a defensive end for right now because of his quickness and everything else, and he can stop Turin Carter, and he can stop the doggone run. He can do that. He gets back there, but can you imagine him as a defensive end right now to stop the run, bruh?
Yeah, man.
I'm telling y'all don't hear me. I'm putting McNeil as a defensive end. I'm putting Brandon Davis Swain as a defensive end. I'm putting Otis, and I'm putting your boy Barnes, and I'm putting 3 linebackers. And I'll dare anybody run the football now. And we're playing zone.
Right.
And we're playing zone. I'm playing Hughes, French, and Myers. And Myers is going to be the one who in the middle that
In the
telling
middle.
everybody what to do.
Yep. I'm with you.
Uh,
I've been
and
crying
I'm
for after
telling you,
that first game. I said, man, they need to go to a 4-3 linebacker and put Myers in the middle, man. And let the two speeds be on the outside. Let
absolutely.
that
And do
thumper,
a zone.
let that
And do a
thumper
zone.
be in the middle. Let that
Yep.
thumper be in the middle.
Yep.
Y'all run now. You run now.
And,
But that,
and the cool thing about it, you will be so physical that it'll get to the point where now we can put hands on those quarterbacks that's running. Now we got some big boys to actually hit them. And I mean hit every time. Every time they come through there, they're gonna be like, because quarterbacks, I'm telling you, it used to be the days where quarterback like, man, I ain't running that ball up that middle with them linebackers. Now they don't care.
they
They
game
don't
plan
care.
said they changed their game plan to do it.
Absolutely. These quarterbacks ain't even scared to run against y'all. You have not put that medical tent up yet. And I'm like, well, they put what that freshman did, That Fred McPherson put the medical tent up when he hit that lineman on that leg. Boy, McPherson hit that running back and swept them leg. The tent went up. That they didn't do a tent. They brought the truck out to get this joke off the field. They say, "Roo, roo, roo," get the truck. So I just, I just don't get it. And all I'm telling you is this one here. These young men are going to do something that's going to surprise a lot of people if they quit having a pity party. And something else I'll say this one here. Young men and seniors, stop feeling sorry for yourself because I promise you, they have a McDonald's shirt waiting for you to tell people, do you want fries to go with that shake if y'all don't do what you're supposed to? Because I'm telling you, when you do what you're supposed to and you win in Colorado, they're going to have jobs for those young men that don't make the NFL. You're going to be in businesses, and they're going to be in business because they love the fact of what you did for their university. If you go up there and you lose and you look like you guys didn't care and stuff like that, I can guarantee you, I'm going to tell you, I want fries to go with my shake. And I want you to get it for me. And then I'm gonna tell you, I don't want no salt on my fries. I want you to do some fresh ones. So all I'm saying is this one here. And people like, well, they gonna get a degree. I know people plenty of time get degrees that they ain't no jobs for them. And if you know anything about AI, a lot of these degrees y'all getting are useless because AI gonna take those jobs. And I'm dealing with it each and every day. People tell me, oh, AI, yeah, AI does that. so, so with even McDonald's, AI gonna be doing that one too, because all you got to do, they got machines down a certain places they're doing. You order everything out the machine that comes out there and give it to you, and you go from there. And you're gonna go from there. So, guys, be prepared. Go out there, be great, and quit with the pity party because I'm not feeling sorry for you. I'm not. You're getting paid plenty of money. Y'all want to wear gold chains. Y'all want to have these cool cars, but you don't want to go out there and perform when it's time to perform. And the next time I hear somebody say, B Watts, it's a late game and they ain't ready to perform, they perform at night when that girl there. That ain't during the daytime. You perform then. You perform when you're in the club. So all I'm telling you, you perform when you want to.
Yeah, right.
So don't give me that. So don't give me that crap. Oh, they don't perform at night. I can guarantee you, it's some smoke going from that room and some other stuff coming from that room at nighttime. It ain't people sleeping, so they performing. So all I'm telling you, if you can perform then, perform when it's time to play this game. Cause I ain't hearing it. So what time y'all go to the club? They don't go to the club at no doggone 3 o'clock to 10 o'clock. They go to the club at 12 and go and stay out all night. So if you can do that, why is it that when it's time to play football, y'all sleepy?
Yeah. No, I ain't buying that either, cause it ain't like that other team out there practicing that 9 in the morning or playing the game 9 in the morning inside.
Absolutely.
You can come 9 at night out there by
They showed
yourself.
up.
There's somebody else on the other sideline. No, they can't.
They showed up.
I didn't buy that last year. I don't care what nobody
Man,
says.
it's just
That ain't nobody saying that. Time ain't got nothing to do.
Ain't got nothing to do to, man. We fought war in the military. We fight wars. Wars ain't got no when somebody starts shooting them bombs over there and everything else, you ain't gonna say, oh, I'm sleepy, I can't do it. Hey, you getting under that bunker, you got your gun out, you ready. It ain't no man, I'm sleeping, man, we can't do this right now. Tell them to quit shooting, put your flag up. No, homeboy, you got to put your show on. It's showtime. And this is what I tell people. I guarantee they don't return them checks.
Mm.
They don't return them checks. It's a shame. So that's why I tell you, I'm not having a pity party for Coach Prime, and I'm not having a pity party for the players. We're all adults. We all have a job to do. Get out of your feelings. Get out of your feelings. Get your panties that's butch up your tail. Pull them out, and let's be adults. Let's be big boys. And that's what I tell them. Let's be big boys. Because all that crying, because if you want to control your destiny, it's in your hands. Get out there and let's play some football and do what CU do. Get out there and whoop some tail. And that's what I say. Let's go out there and win, man. All this talking, everybody. Oh, I feel sorry for Case. For what? Feel sorry for K-Saw for what? K-Saw getting paid millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And if he's sitting down, he's still getting his paycheck. Feeling sorry for what? Oh, it's his senior year. Oh, it's people that got cancer right now. It's people been told they got 3 months to live. Are you sorry for them?
Mm.
But you worried about somebody who, cause oh, it's his man, please. K
Yeah,
Salt need to realize this here, and this is what I throw to K Salt. K Salt, I ain't saying you wasn't throwing a raw deal, but you need to recognize this one here. Coach Prime doing you a favor in some remarks is this. They're going to say all these things that Coach Prime is saying. The NFL scouts are going to say that even worse. What you going to do? You going to get you want a pity party then? You won't be in the league. You need to be able to understand. Listen to what they have to say. It goes in one ear, goes out the other ear. Hear what you need to change and what you need to do, but go out and do what K Salt do. And K Salt don't do number win football games and be great. That's what you do, K Salt. That's your history. That's what your history says. Even at Colorado, you still winning games and you're doing some great things. Keep that mindset and go be a winner. Because K Salt, hear me when I'm telling you this. The people in Colorado, this next game, they need to give you a standing ovation, number one, because they were wrong. You never boo your starting quarterback, especially when he didn't do anything wrong. So people in Colorado, y'all want to get mad at us, the ones that follow Prime. Oh, the Prime this and Prime that. You guys were wrong. You shouldn't have booed that guy. That was wrong. Make it up. Give that kid a standing ovation when he gets out there. Support him because he represents your university. And if you want other people to come to your university, do the right thing. Do the right thing. Don't go out there in your feelings. Do the right thing. Give that young man his standing ovation that he truly deserves. Support him even when he do some stuff. Because Shedeur did some things that lost 30 and 40 yards going backwards. Throwing the ball, quick sixes and stuff like that. We still supported him. K-Salt should be deemed the same grace and mercy and do the right thing. So that's what I'll say with that one. They need to do that first, and K-Salt need to get out his feelings and quit with all this pity party and be a grown man and get out there and do what K-Salt do, is be great. And that's what K-Salt needs to do. Back to you, B.Y.
yeah, you're right, big dog. You're right. You're right. But I think Juju. I think the plan was with Juju to start on this game. Since they lost that last game, I don't know. It might be unchanged now. Yeah, it might have been unchanged now, Steve. If, cause they, that's how it started out, Steve. Juju supposed to play this game and that Delaware game because they looked at it on the schedule. I don't know. I don't know. But they don't
Where did
lost
they
that
do that
Houston
at?
game. So
Where did they do that
I
at?
they I'm just saying that was Coach Brian playing that I heard now. I don't know.
Where,
I'm just gonna
where,
sit back and watch. Put it like this. Put it
where they
like
do
this.
that at? Where they
I
do that at?
nowhere. Nowhere
Where
but
they do that at?
Colorado. Yeah,
They
that,
had
that
Archer Manning. They had Archer Manning sitting on the bench for 2 years.
2 years.
2 years,
Yep.
and they paid him and they paid
They
him
booed
booger
him
money.
last Saturday.
And you're gonna keep on getting booed for the performance that he put. They shouldn't have just booed. They should have threw some batteries out there too. You've been sold those. He's the number one draft pick in the NFL, and the Joker here came. Hey, B Watts, I love it. The 2026 draft class is strong. Man, them
Shit.
jokers ain't bad. Them jokers ain't better than Jackson Dart.
They ain't.
Ain't now one of them on there better than Jackson, and that includes Sellers too. Sellers ain't had nothing on Jackson Dart.
Nah.
None of them on Jackson. The Jackson Dart toe up the SEC.
You right. You right, big dog. All right, man. I ain't gonna hold you much longer. I see we're at an hour 15 minutes. Appreciate you tonight, man. You did what I asked. I wanted you to do, and hey, I appreciate it. Want to thank everybody in the chat. I appreciate y'all tonight. I don't know how many subscribers I got. I hope I had 10,000 tonight. Somebody tell me how many subscribers I got. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Take me to 10,000. Take me to 10,000 subscribers if you don't mind. But once again, you're watching Sports Talk with D. Watts on a Tuesday night with J.R. Boston and Uncle Steve. Uncle Steve represented tonight, and we appreciate him for his time and blessing us with his takes on sports. Well, big dog, give us your last word. We out of here.
Well, my last word is this, B Watch. It's always a pleasure. And I would submit to the people that's watching, which happens to be the greatest chat in the nation. And I'll just say in the world, because they do what they do. You guys need to go out and subscribe to Sports Talk with B Watts. And this is why I say that. we support millionaires and we go and subscribe to these people making millions of dollars, but we don't subscribe to the, I ain't saying he's the little man, but a man who's trying to build himself up and get himself going. And he's doing it by his time and efforts. All I'm saying is I support people. And I'm gonna continue to support people. I like it where everybody grows. And I think Sports Talk with B. Watts is a place that you should support because he does it the right way. He don't try to tear people down. He gives them constructive criticism, and he's positive. He's very positive. Sometimes you got to get in somebody's uh tail, if you will, because they need it. Sometimes they need to do that. So all I'm saying is it's the perfect night. He dressed up for you. It's the night to do it the right way. When we wake up in the morning or when we get off of here, we want to see that y'all close the show, and that's fantastic. JR Boxing, it's always outstanding to have your support and to be in here and to do what you do. B Watts, it's always a pleasure. Let's stop it. Let's make this 10K a reality. Let's make it happen. Let's quit talking about it and be about it. Sports Talk B Watts, I congratulate you on the 10K. I'm going to speak it into existence. You already got it. It's already yours. We looking at 20K, 30K, 40K, and then when you get that 100K, you got to see it yourself before anyone else do, because we're going to see it ourselves. God bless. It's always a pleasure. And Coach Prime, we love you and keep being great, young man. But sometimes being great means that saying I was wrong and I need to take it, and I need to take accountability for it the way you did today. So God bless you.
Appreciate it, huh? Appreciate the chat. Y'all have a blessed night.
We should